Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is our Wellness Your Way summer series. I'm Jill LaFond. Over 6 months, I lost 30 pounds with Vfinity. That was over 3.5 years ago. And part of how I did that was combine Vfinity's products with these lifestyle basics. We're going to go through them tonight. Let's go ahead and jump into our next slide. So this is the Wellness Your Way plan. And we reviewed this in depth last week. And in this, when we covered it, we went through everything. So if you want to, if you've missed that, you can go back and check that out. Tonight, we're going to dive into what's in this upper left-hand corner, which is the lifestyle basics. Let's go ahead and go on to the next slide. So these are our lifestyle basics, and they're super simple. And we don't suggest you do all of them. However, those who do all of them, they find fast success. And we find lasting success. So let's just start with the first one. We have intermittent fasting. So, quite simply, that's just eating in an 8-hour window. Although there's all different styles of intermittent fasting. What's usually pretty easy to do is the 16-8. Fast for 16 hours, and then you eat in an 8-hour window. Dr. Paul Jernigan's with us tonight. I asked him to come on. And Dr. Paul, why don't you join us and tell us a little bit about why this intermittent fasting can be so awesome for everybody.
Well, so this is the thing, and thanks, Jill. Intermittent fasting has been proven time and time again to have incredible results in terms of longevity and overall wellness goals for people. And so, one of the reasons we love this is one of the lifestyle basics is it's very simple to do because it makes it so you're not thinking about food from the minute you wake up until the minute you go to bed, and it allows you to really do things for your body that give it the bandwidth to be able to digest food that you've eaten during an 8-hour time window, or maybe 7 or maybe 6. Sometimes it's 9 or 10, depending on the person and where they are. But that allows you to be able to take care of things that need to be done while you're in that window. And then your body has several hours where it's not worrying about digesting food to give it the bandwidth to work on healing things that need to be healed or dealing with stress levels and all these kinds of things. And thankfully, the products in our entire family of product line work beautifully into this for helping people stay on track with their eating habits, with the choices they're making in life. And so intermittent fasting is an incredible way just to make incredible inroads into wellness on a true foundational point and simplify life in ways that people can't even realize until they're actually doing it. They realize this is cool, it actually works.
Awesome, Dr. Paul, and it's so true. It is truly the magic. Of course, you guys don't take our word for it. There's tons of research and tons of clinical studies out there. Google it, and you can find the different forms, and you can find so much science behind why this is such a beneficial thing for our bodies. The next thing is low carb way of eating. I've got some macros up here. These are guidelines. Everyone kind of figures out what's right for them, but the overall goal is to lower your carbs, raise your healthy fats, and do moderate protein. Dr. Paul, what else would you say about that one?
Well, and it kind of goes hand in hand with intermittent fasting too, because both of these are about blood sugar control, how much insulin resistance we have, and what's happening in our bodies on a very phytochemical level. But when you go low carb, your body has to decide, what is it going to use for fuel? Is it going to use carbs that we put in all day? And most of us don't realize, if we're not paying attention, we put literally hundreds and hundreds of grams of carbohydrates in our bodies a day, and that's what our body uses as fuel. Well, our goal here at Vfinity is to help people make wellness choices that allow them to burn fat in their bodies and really incorporate all these very simple principles to make them have the best chance of stacking the deck in their favor to make sure they're getting well. And so when you have lower carb, your body has to burn something for fuel, and we're encouraging the body through the foods and the macros that Jill was talking about to use fat for fuel and not the carbohydrates. And you combine that with intermittent fasting, it's a 1-2 punch to create incredible change if people are looking for weight loss. But even beyond that, it's about wellness in general and inflammation and all the other things in our body that when you go in, take time yourself to look up intermittent fasting and see what it does for a wellness lifestyle, how it changes people's health over time and longevity in general. So it's both of those combined are pretty incredible, related to blood sugars and so much else.
Awesome, Dr. Paul. And I just want to pile on about the products as far as that goes. When you're taking the products, our V1, our V2, our V1 smoothie, our V2 greens, and our keto perk, they're all low carb, higher healthy fats, and they've got the proteins. And they help so much with that. As well, our V3 original helps so much with that intermittent fasting in terms of helping you prolong that window. So these things kind of go hand in hand. Our products help you set up your day so that you can stay on track and you can do these things. It just makes doing these things that wellness experts agree so much easier to do. And that's why it's a home run. I'm going to go on to water. Getting half your weight of in ounces of water. This is super simple. Everyone knows they're supposed to drink water. Our bodies are 60% water. Our nutrients get into our cells by all the water we drink. As we lose weight, all the toxins get flushed out of our body. We need that water. Let's go on to journaling. This can be in an old-fashioned notebook. This can be in MyFitnessPal. Some people journal, some people don't. Some start. Christina lost almost 70 pounds, and she's been tracking every day. Some just track for like a couple weeks so they can understand, oh my gosh, am I really eating this much every single day? When you do that, you become accountable. That's the other thing about the products. When you're setting yourself up to take the products, I don't know, for me, I just stay on track better. If my morning gets off track and I forget to take my V3 and my V-biotic and my dose, next thing you know, like I'm eating a cookie. And it's like, oh my gosh, why am I doing this? Taking the products holds me accountable. Next, I'm going to go on to exercise. This is really about building strength and doing things that are good for your heart and for your brain. Dr. Paul, what else would you pile on and say about that?
Well, you know, Jill, and exercise goes so much along with water and in terms of detoxification for our bodies. You know, even if we do a 20-minute walk at a pace where you can still have a great conversation, 20 minutes of doing that walk and you're getting all the little miniature capillaries in the farthest reaches of your body to exchange nutrients and at the same time to help detoxify the body. So exercise is amazing. And when you have something like the B3, which gives people energy that they want so much, you know, as they're starting this program and getting into life, it makes all the difference in the world. And exercise can reduce inflammation when you're doing it the right way. Exercise is so powerful for creating this oh, I don't know, like if there was a suitcase to take on a trip, it's a suitcase that takes us to wellness land, wherever that happens to be. Exercise, water, journaling, all these things have such an impact. And then last, Jill, we have what? Peace practice. I mean, this is what it's about. Peace practice is truly about making sure we're doing everything we can to reduce the stress in our mind, but reduce the stress in our body. And all of these things combined with the products create this incredible, incredible system that allows us to be doing things for our bodies that nothing else could do if you're not doing all of these things together along with the product. So we're so grateful that Vfinity gives us this foundation of stuff to use. Jill, I'll hand it back to you.
Dr. Paul, I think you said it all. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. This is our Wellness Your Way series. Join us for our next one, which is going to be up here just a few minutes on the products. Thanks so much for joining us.